Okay, welcome back to another episode of Over the Shoulder. As you know how this goes, we gotta like, we gotta subscribe, we gotta comment. Who do you want to see sitting on this side of the seat? Now, on this side of the seat today is someone who I've known for a solid 4 years. We met at our days when we were doing content for God is Dope. So that's kind of like one of my first clients I really got going with in terms of like Mountaintop Studios, building a team and everything like that. And I met this amazing individual. She always had great energy, always made me laugh on a daily basis. She was just fantastic. So I'm introducing today Morganne.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Look, I'm like, now that it's on, it's a little nervous.
It's a little nervous, you know. Hey, you're the first person with the new setup. We got the podcast mics, we got different lights and everything. You know, I had to do it big for you.
I like it. It's new things.
It's new things, you know. Hey, upgrading, elevating.
You know, elevation.
Yes.
Course,
so no need to be nervous. It's just authentic conversations. It's okay. It's okay. Well, tell the people a little bit about how we met.
We met, like you said, God is Dope. I printed their orders, so I don't even know what the room was, but we were just in like a room kind of separate from like the warehouse. And then I'll never forget, I saw you and like some of the other people that did media with God is Dope, but I just remember your afro.
I did.
I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You just went, oh, hi. I'm like, oh, he's too happy. Yeah. But I liked you though, even though like you were just really happy. I just in that environment, it was you just see people smiling like how you did.
See, I had to be happy in that environment because my job, you printed labels and stuff in orders and everything like that. My job was I had to pretty much write a script, shoot the script, and then edit the script, or else I couldn't leave. So like everything had to be done on a daily basis. That was what I had to do. So I would spend the first 2 hours like coming up with the ideas and be like, okay, who can we get to be here? Okay, Morgan, let's get Morgan. So it's like, hey, Morgan, how are you doing? How's your day going? Would you like to be in this? You know, people would say no, and I'd be like, okay.
I was just after something back because I'd be like, nah, I'm okay. I don't have on the right clothes today. Go ahead.
Exactly. So it'd be like, okay, we're moving on to somebody else. But it was fun. It definitely got my skills up, like going faster and stuff like that. Like
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, when you have to write it, shoot it, edit it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to leave every single day at 9:00, which the first few days it was.
I'm about to say, like, all right, y'all.
I know y'all will always be leaving.
Y'all leaving.
You just see us on the computer.
Literally, I'm like, we already leaving late, so.
Yep.
Dang, I didn't know.
Yeah, so that's it. But you always had great energy, so.
You should have told me though. If you'd been like, hey, we can't leave, and I'm like, all right, come on. Like, I would have did it.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
Hindsight 2020. But so we did a project together recently. It's for Positivity Water. Yes. So I came up with this concept of Positivity Water. The guy told me, he was like, the reason he invented it was because of Black women, and he said that just how Black women are always affirming each other. They're always like, yes, queen, yes, lift up. Okay, shoes. Okay, hair. Yeah. Like, you know, Black women have the unique gift of taking a regular word and making it a compliment.
Period.
Like,
okay, period.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I don't know how y'all do it. It's just like, we learned period in first grade, and now it's everywhere. It's like the most popular word. Yeah. So, but that's what he based the entire, water on, is just like affirming, being positive and stuff like that. And let's get some good, healthy drinking water into the community, but based around like Black women. So that's what he told me. That's his story behind it. So anytime someone or a brand wants to work with me, I hear what their story is.
Right.
And I try to, accomplish that. So for me, okay, if it's positive, if it's affirming and stuff like that, I thought about, okay, what is a way and a concept that I could bring to life that could, accentuate the nature of Black women affirming it, but let's like tell it from a story standpoint. So when you tell a story, if you want to end here, we got to start completely, opposite.
Right.
So I started thinking, okay, so this person, negative self-talk, and it's going to end with them drinking the water and then being affirming, being positive. I can do it, whatever it is. So I started thinking about some people who I wanted to, shoot a concept with and all this kind of stuff of this, affirming talk. And I was really trying to expand. I work with a lot of the same people because I like my people. I love my people. My people are great and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, you gotta expand out, branch out from time to time and stuff like that. You've always been really engaging with my like content, fire emojis and
Oh,
all this kind of
thanks.
stuff.
I try.
Hey, listen, we appreciate
I
it.
really do. I try.
Sometimes it'd be
Yeah.
hard. You post, you put a story up there.
That's
and
why
then
I'm like, just do something. I ain't gotta
know.
buy nothing. I ain't gotta really, even if I can't come to an event or whatever, it's like just repost it.
Hey, listen, it helps so much when
Yeah.
you just be like, I mess with
Mhm.
Morgan. Yeah, yes.
I'm glad.
So I was just like, hey, Morgan, we used to work at God's Dope. You used to be in my
Mhm.
skits. Hopefully you have a great opinion of me and you would
Yeah.
be willing to be in this concept. Then I know you work out and things like that. So I was like,
Mhm.
we can do working out. At the end of the day, we all want to work out, but do we really want to work out?
Right,
It's
yeah.
like it feels good when we get there and
Mhm.
we're sweating, but that getting up out the bed, that making it through, that pushing through, it's just
I
like,
say that push through is hard.
yeah. So
Very.
that's the negative self-talk. Self-talk is
Mhm.
that I can't do it. I can't do one more lap and all this kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So I thought about you. So when I hit you up and I say, hey, Morgan, I have this brand, water, it's positivity. They want to do this commercial, and I give you the idea. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. For me, I'm like, I don't know if people if they know or not, but I'm like, for me, it'd be something fake. And plus, too, like I knew what this brand was because even then too, they're from Flint, right? Like the brand or the person who created it.
Don't get me lying. Maybe, might be,
But even
might
then,
be.
like, well, when I did my research, he was from Flint or he's from Michigan. I know that, but I know, like, I thought,
I think he is from Michigan. So
yeah.
So Michigan is hard to not know about Flint.
But no,
Yeah.
I'm from Flint, so that's for me. That's why I was like, oh, okay, like I just support anybody from Flint. I don't care what it is. I mean, I do care what it is. I'm lying, but like if it's like positive or just helping the community, helping Flint out, like yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like even though I've lived here my whole life, all my family's still up there, so But that was my main thing about just. I was like, is this real? Like, is this? I'm like, even then too, like, yo, but yeah, just do this real quick. And I'm like, okay, but he's just saying it so like easily. And I don't know, photographers are weird.
Ooh.
Like, it's like trade for trade, but not the trade that you want to even trade. Like, yeah, it's different stuff. So, but for me, when you said it, that's why I was just like, okay, but like, what else? Or like, okay, but I'm not this comfortable. Or like, I don't know. Like even into how we talked about like when I first like came to do the shoot, I was like, I don't really know if I want to do the shoot, and I was literally here. So it was just like, I don't know, just it was really just getting me back into like modeling for real, which would make me be like, okay, like even though I wasn't sure and things like that, it was just like, okay, if you want to get back into it, this is your perfect time to do it.
True. And there are so many horror stories out here with photographers and videographers, stuff like that. So I always tell people, ease into it with skepticism, and then allow them to prove you wrong. Because I'm always big on, hey, okay, if you don't want to do this idea, I have a backup idea. Whatever, like I want you to feel comfortable. Because if you don't feel comfortable, it's gonna show all on your face when we get on camera. It's not gonna come out great. It's not gonna come out art. Like what I do is art.
Yeah.
So it's like I want it to be art. I want it to feel good. I want you to have fun doing it. I want to have fun shooting it. I don't want it to be like this. I'm pulling teeth and all this kind of stuff. So I wanted you to feel immediately comfortable. So that's why I look at like if you were someone who didn't work out, I wouldn't have did a workout. I wanted you to be doing something that you naturally do. Like the next positivity water I did was a yoga, and it's someone who actually does yoga. Then the next one I did it with the dancer, and she like does like so. I actually with someone who does a dancer.
You're onto something.
Yeah. I want people to be in their authentic, most genuine form. Unless like if I'm trying to like stretch you out, but I want like meaning that if you're trying to go out of your comfort zone and stuff like that, but I want that to be that's what you want to be. I want it's something you're seeking to do. Like, hey, I want to do something that I wouldn't typically do. Okay, cool. We can do this. This is an idea, but we probably already have worked together many times before people asked me to do that.
Okay. Even then, just hearing that, I'm like, I'm glad it was fitness because I didn't even put like 2 and 2 together. Like, yeah, I mean, I know I work out, but like, I don't really advertise that for real. Kind of, sort of, but not really.
I mean, I watch people's stories and stuff like that. Like, people don't realize, like, I always tell people there are so many people who are watching like what you do and all this kind of stuff, and they're formulating ideas and opinions on people. So I always like, with my friend group, when I'm watching someone's story, I'm like, oh, they like to do this and stuff like that. That's just they're interested in this. So if I ever come across a brand or anything like that, like, hey, you like this, I have this opportunity for this. Would you be interested in doing that? Like,
okay.
I've hooked a lot of my friends and my people just up based upon just watching their story and just paying attention.
Oh, wow.
But, they're my friends, so why wouldn't I pay attention to what they're interested in?
That is true. I never thought about that, though. But also, too, you would classify yourself as a videographer more than a, photographer?
Ooh, that's always the interesting one. I used to like photography better than I like videography.
Ooh.
I do. I like photography, but I like filmmaking, and filmmaking is my number one. So I'm a filmmaker, but then it's like photographer, then it's videographer. Wow. People think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Because film, you think, see, the thing about photos versus videos are, photos are easy turnaround time. Mm-hmm. Like, I can turn around 10, 20, I can turn around 100 photos within a day, if the price is right.
Yeah.
It's real, this and that processes. Right. Once I take the shot, I kind of have the story captured right there. Now it's about just making the colors pop and, make the skin tones look good. Video, on the other hand, the story comes together in the edit. And I tell people that when it comes down to this content creation business, I call you have jobs that are the sexy jobs and the non-sexy jobs. So being a photographer, videographer, director, those are the sexy jobs. People see the name on it. They're like,
ooh, you did that?
You did that? Okay. It's not sexy being an editor. It's nothing sexy about it. Not. It's nothing glorious about it. I'm in here 2 a.m. in the morning, clicking away. I got an energy drink, some coffee. I try to throw up mood lights just to add some type of feel about it, but it's nothing sexy about it. No one's there rooting for me in my corner. Dang. I have to be focused. I have to make it happen. It's, at least on set, you'd be like, oh, I like these photos, and that gave me a little bit of energy, but nope, editing is not sexy. Nothing at all.
I thought it was just me.
I mean, to this day, I haven't met someone who just loves editing. Well, I met one person who actually loves editing. Like, they love editing and stuff like that. They love editing more than they love shooting and everything like that. And he is amazing at editing. And as soon as I can afford his prices to make him my editor, I will, because he is great. Fantastic, expensive and worth every penny.
Oh my!
But he's really great. And then he's a gem. But I haven't necessarily. I don't want to say I'm not the best editor that I found, but I haven't found anyone who can edit the stuff I shoot as well as I can. So whenever I send over my stuff to somebody else, it never comes out quite how it would have came out with me. Like, I can't wait till I find that person. I send over my stuff. I'm like, oh, you did that? Oh, I wouldn't even have thought about that. Okay, you did this? Okay, bet. Yeah. Ooh. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So, any editors out here, we are always
editors. Chat box below.
Chat box. You're funny. Okay, so we're on set. We're doing the commercial. How did you feel about, just when you got the concept and we're making it, you're seeing the shots, you're seeing the videos. What did you feel in that moment?
Nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, it was my first time being back in like modeling since like pre-COVID, honestly.
Oh wow. So
like I haven't modeled in a minute. But it was just a lot of like, even then too, I don't like how, I mean, yeah, it was halfway like, some photographers are weird. They try to do weird transactions, whatever. But some of it was just like, I don't like how people edit. That's really even now, like getting back into modeling and seeing my shots. Oh man. Like it's the edits for me. I'm just like, wow.
Hey, give the editors some grace. Give the editors some grace,
Yeah, but like I always give grace, but it's like I feel like I did well. You didn't even have to edit me. Like maybe I'm too much. But it's like you didn't have to do that much. Now I look, crazy in the face. Or just I don't know. That's just my main thing right now is I don't like when people edit me.
I do hate crazy in the face. I kind of hate that we've entered into a realm where it's like so many things become like that AI type of look and stuff like that. I am not a super fan of these people who don't look like real people anymore.
Even then, I'm not a fan I'm not a fan of film shooting, like film shots.
No, not at all. So
I feel like you can't edit those, and like the people that have edited them, they didn't do nothing but maybe like put the Paris filter like that's on Instagram that made it like kind of like soft. Like they put that filter on it and gave it back to me. Like, come on now. Like you didn't do nothing. Like it's still a hair sticking up. You didn't do nothing. And like I know film is different.
Yeah.
But it's just different. Like, then don't tell me you can do film. Like
You do, and that is your style. You do like film.
I do.
You do. You
I
like
do.
that, like
I
from
like
videos.
the raw, like, because
Yeah.
it's me. It looks the most like me. I feel like it's the least edits, but still, it's just like that.
I mean, film is a good look. I like film. It's very, like you said, soft is a really good word. It's very, it's textured. It's layered.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, it feels like I can almost like, film puts like a taste in my mouth, like a good taste. It's like almost like a meal.
It's like to me, it's like grainy.
Yes, I do. I like film.
Yeah, film is cool, but if I could go with editors, hit me up. I don't know, I'm just playing. But no, seriously.
Yeah, don't say it, because they will. They will. Listen, anytime I do these collab posts with some of my people, because, hey, listen, all right, because, when I post content by myself, people like you comment.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, oh my God, fire emoji, this and that, like, great. When I start collabing with some of these other people, and it's like, then the thirsty dudes who I didn't know were following me start coming out, and I'm just like, you realize I can also see these comments.
But that's actually crazy though, because I didn't realize how you said earlier, like, people watch you. I didn't realize people watch me. Like, I work with like I started to work with like my mentor, Yami, that worked at God Is Dope. Yeah,
Yami. She's great.
She's my mentor, but she started a tech company, and like they had a like a mixer networking event, and like literally somebody shut up and was like, "Why'd you see it on your story?" When I tell you, I was like, "Me, my story." I didn't even say anything. All I did was post it and post the company. Like,
people watch like all the time, and it's funny, they will watch without like supporting. By support, I mean like a like or anything.
I've never seen this person like anything, nothing. That's why I was like,
no, it's I recognize this probably back in about 2021. I had another podcast at the time I was doing with my best friend Blair. And, I would post like one of my videos or a photo shoot or something like that, and it would do like really good numbers. But then I would post a podcast, and the numbers were like, it was the least engagement that I got out of everything. And when you start getting into the social media world, that kind of makes you feel like, dang, right, people don't like my podcast. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. And so I was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't post it as much, or maybe I should just drop an episode and just be like, it was making me feel that type of way. But then what I started having is other clients, somebody would, come into my DMs, and they would say, hey, let's do a shoot. And we would do a shoot. It would go great. And I'd be like, oh, how'd you find me? And stuff like that. And they'd be like, oh, I found you through such and such ways. And then I was like, what made you choose me out of other people? And they were like, oh, I saw your podcast.
Wow.
And they were like, yeah, I watched your podcast, and I could see your personality. I knew we would like mix and gel and stuff like that. So I realized that the value wasn't necessarily in the numbers, but people seeing my authentic, genuine self.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's why I actually started this podcast. I wanted people to see like the people I work with, the clients I have, but see it through like my lens, how I'm talking about things, like see my personality with everything and stuff like that.
Oh, I like that. Giving me gems. I swear, every time I come here, I'm like, giving me gems.
I mean,
every single time.
I've lived a good life,
No, for sure.
And I absorb a lot of that knowledge and expertise of people who are around me. Like I try to be a person who I can learn vicariously through you. I don't have to go through and experience it. You made this mistake. I'm gonna listen to what you do, and I'll know not to make that mistake. Right. I'm pretty good at that. So I don't know if you watch Naruto, but I call myself Takashi. I'm very much Takashi. Like I can see you make the move, and then I can do the move, like emulate it. Like that's me.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
Just a little something. Okay, so back to the shoot. Okay, so we get done with the shoot. Everything went well. We had a great time, all this stuff. Then, a week or so later, I shoot you the final product, and you see that this is me. This is what we did, all that hard work during that day. So how did you feel? What were your thoughts on it?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I felt big. I felt like that was a Nike commercial. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like that was like, because I've never done a commercial ever. I've just done pictures. And then, like I said, coming back into it after so long, then it was like a commercial was the first one. And then on top of that too, I was like, oh, like the brand is actually like it's like, I can see like y'all are like collaborating on this. It's not just like, oh, I just want to do this to see if I get their attention. Like you already had their attention. So it was just like, okay. Then I seen like the people following me, and I was just like, oh, I like this. This is cool. And then like all my friends, like I didn't really tell anybody either. And like I'm the type to be like, oh yeah, like y'all support, go like, go comment. Like they just seen it on their own and was like, hey, is this you? You did this? So I was just like, oh yeah, whatever. And they was like, yo, when did you start doing like commercials? So like that was a good feeling. Cause even then too, I don't know. If I do want to take modeling serious, like I want to be in like a commercial model. So like I would love to see myself at Target. I mean, I know it's like a small dream, but like just walking around like, yo, that's me. Like,
I mean, hey, listen,
I snatch it down, but it's not right. But hey,
you easily make it happen. I mean, and people
Yeah.
don't realize that our dreams aren't that far away from us. Like I heard this one guy, forget his name, but he was talking about like our dreams and our values and our purpose and stuff like that. And we don't see that. We think our purpose is happening when we're living in it, when it's hit our bank account, when we see ourselves in Target.
Right.
But we don't realize that the purpose is happening way before that part of the journey. And he looked at it like, if you dropped a piece of food and ants were like 3 feet away, the ants don't see the food, they sense the food. And so then they just start making a journey towards the food. Now, from your perspective, you can see that you dropped the food and you can see the ants crawling. Okay, the ants are going to get to the food. You can see them already on that path. But you have to imagine that with purpose, we're the ants. And it's like the food has been dropped. We just sense our dreams. We sense our purpose. We sense all these things. And we're crawling toward it or walking towards it. It's like we haven't got it yet. But, a higher figure, higher being is already knowing that, hey, you're going to get to it. You just got to keep going.
I like that. Sensing it. No one's ever said that.
Hey, I can't take it. I forget. It was I was on Instagram and it was, but when he said that, I was like, this ant analogy just stuck with me. I was like, I'm gonna repurpose that.
That's crazy. I mean, just randomly, but I've been learning about ant wisdom. Like,
ants are fascinating.
Man.
They are fascinating.
Just their purpose in this world and just how every ant has a different purpose and they all know that purpose and they don't go outside of it. Like, and
they all just work together.
Literally.
I always tell people, like, if you ever want to talk about nations or communities or anything like that, model yourselves after ants.
No, seriously.
Like, if you ever see a kid come through ants and build this beautiful mound, all this hard work, kid, then just mess it all up. You don't see the ants complain for 1 minute. The next second,
get to work.
They're back to rebuilding because they understand this is home.
And even then too, they tear down their own, like after like they're done, after the queen has their babies and stuff, they tear down their own stuff and then go build a new one. So like they're used to it. Like, yeah. Shout out to the ants, man.
Shout out to the ants, man. They the real goats.
No, that's crazy that you said that because I'm like, yeah, literally. I was watching like I don't know, like a Bible sermon or something, or I don't know what it's called, but it was about like ant wisdom.
Ant wisdom.
Yeah. So I was like, I seen it on Instagram.
I'm saying ants, fascinating creatures. I mean, I always tell people, if you really want to learn more about humanity and stuff like that and how we should be, like, study the animals because they're way more purpose driven than we are. Like, we just be living like laissez-faire, just da 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 da, and
looking
animals
for the
are like
next materialistic item.
When they're like, they realize the importance of family and values and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah,
that's a good one.
I have a few. I have a few gems. Every now and again.
That's a good one.
Okay. So, what would be the next project that you would want to collaborate on?
Next project I would want to collaborate on. So far-fetched, but not far-fetched, but just like I don't think I ever like said this to you. I would want to do something like editorial, like very like fashion type. Yeah, like Rihanna just did that shoot.
Okay,
Rihanna's my.
I mean, I feel like Rihanna's everyone's favorite.
Man, like, but I don't even have favorites. I don't have like, oh my gosh, if I see a celebrity, like, I don't get starstruck. I don't get nothing.
I feel that you told me you didn't have a favorite color.
I told you, but Rihanna, man.
I mean, she's the reason why I used Rihanna for the song.
Yes, I'm telling you. Any, if I could work for her foundation, if I could work for her skincare, not even work for her, like, collaborate with her skincare, makeup, I don't care, hair care. Shout out to the hair. We just talking about it.
All right, Miss Robin Fenty. You just heard a fan who really wants to work with you. So,
Robin, I've been loving you for forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say that, but I did a lot of things after you.
Yeah. Listen, you don't even need the album. You just need, to work with.
Literally, you should
come work with Morganne.
With me. Don't even need the album. I'll hold them off.
Hold them off.
But no, even then though, like I do want to do a shoot like how she just recently did. I can't even remember what magazine it was for. It wasn't Paper. I don't think it was. Was it Vogue?
It sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Vogue sounds on the money.
definitely for sure. She did that shoot, and I was just like I don't know. I want to do like a ugly shoot, like it wasn't like, you know what I mean. It wasn't ugly, but it was ugly. I want to do one of those. I've never been in like a shoot or like state like that.
I mean, listen, I always tell people it's easier than we think.
Yeah.
You just have to really get over the fear of actually doing it.
No, seriously.
Like, and for me, it's like I say all this big stuff, and I'm really good about this, but I sometimes don't walk the talk that I'm actually preaching. But I had this one moment where it was Carrie Hilson. She has this we love Carrie Hilson. We love her. She has this,
rock.
we have
I love her, bro. I love her.
we love Carrie. She has this brand, My Soulmate is Black.
Yeah.
Like this what's it apparel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shooting for one of my other clients, Elevated Picnics, and the couple who came in, they had on My Soulmate is Black hoodies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're setting up stuff, the couple's in there and stuff like that. I was like, I literally looked at the Elevated Picnic. I was like, we're gonna get Carrie Hilson's attention. They're like, what? I said, they're rocking her brand. We're gonna take some shots, we're gonna post them, and we're gonna tag her in it. We're gonna get her attention. And they were like, you know, it wasn't like they were like, I'm crazy, but okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, do things.
Yeah.
So I literally took these shots and I was like, hey, listen, I'm going extra hard on this, like photos. Okay, pose like this for him, pose like this for her, like do all this kind of stuff. Like, let's make some iconic shots with, you know, rocking the hoodie. And so literally I posted it, I went home, edited it, posted everything, and just let it be. I'm over here eating lunch. Within an hour, I get a call from Elevated Pictures like, yo, Carrie Hilson just reposted everything and stuff like that. And literally, then I check my DMs. First of all, because I don't follow Carrie Hilson, she was in my request. She was in
famous?
Not famous, but she was in my
famous?
request. She was like, hey, can you send these photos over? And I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, I will. Miss Carrie, baby, I will send it over.
Miss Carrie, baby. Oh my gosh, let me stop. I love her though. I'm not gonna fangirl.
It's okay. It's fantastic.
Love her.
But that's kind of like, I tell people, it's the audacity to actually do something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, hey, I mean, she could have not have seen it. She could have not have reposted and all that kind of stuff. And it would just been some dope photos.
Right.
And I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the other side of doing something is, this is the potential.
I know.
This could happen.
Yeah.
So I always just tell people like, that this could happen. Like it really could happen.
I need to try to think about that.
Like,
I don't think about like that this could happen. I'm just like, I feel like I'm very present in my life right now. So I'm just looking at now. Like, okay, well, yeah, I'll post it and like, I'll like it. My friends will like it.
I mean, it's good to have that gratitude for that.
But yeah.
Also like, it's, you just
gotta get out there, get to the bag.
Just walking in your purpose, and you already are. Like I said, it's already dropped. The purpose is already dropped. You're already walking it. It's just, you can't see when it's gonna hit your bank account, when it's gonna, you see yourself in Target, you know.
Rihanna gone.
Listen,
Tell you.
I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people who 5 years ago didn't think they would be where they're currently sitting, in the room they're currently in.
I never would have thought I'd be sitting here.
Listen,
that's about 5 years ago.
Yeah, God's Up was 2020. Like, if you told me I'll have like my podcast, all of this equipment, I'll be shooting all this stuff. Like, the dude who was getting paid pennies up, but God's Up, no offense, God's Up, but getting paid pennies to do all this kind of stuff, like that's he would be like, oh, okay. He probably would go a little bit harder doing every single thing, knowing that this would be the outcome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Amen. Dang. Enoch, not supposed to be giving this to me gems.
I mean, this is why I have a podcast. You know,
this is giving this to me gems.
This is why we do what we do.
Got to make a masterclass.
You know,
we're charging $10.99 for it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not $10.99. You're funny.
I know, it's a random number I thought in my head. I don't know.
Okay, so final question.
Okay.
You know, the whole reason. What did you think of working with me as a director?
Oh, okay. That's what you said. Wait, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was talking about this earlier, but you made me confident and like you gave me that push. Like I said, you were the first person I worked with. You made me extremely comfortable, and that's like, I feel like I'm just like a very awkward person, just in general. And like I'm like, I'm not really that comfortable with a lot of things. But like you made me extremely comfortable. Even then, like you, like with that shoot, I had another like commercial after, and then I had like I think 2 more shoots after that, and I just stopped because school. But even then, like you really got me back into like modeling and just the I don't know. I think you being so sure in like your vision and just the whole shoe and just comfortability. I don't know. Like I just keep saying I don't know, but I'm just like how comfortable you were just let me kind of like relax. Because especially I don't know in Atlanta or maybe it's just me and the scenes that I've just seen or been in. It's just like people be weird. Like I feel like I'm encountering weird people less and less. Yes, but people are still weird, and especially like you getting back in me getting back into it. People take advantage of you. They'll try to make you do things you don't want to do, things like that. So I think with you, thing I like most, even though I say like comfortability and things like that, openness for sure. There was like zero judgment. Even if you thought I didn't know what I was doing, I could not tell. Even if you thought I knew what I was doing, I couldn't tell. Everything was like, it's good, it's great, it's great. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, and even after, like when I seen the final shot, I loved everything about it. And it was just like, ah. Like even like it's crazy the voiceover. I was like, I should have been more animated. Like I should have been like, but like I didn't know it was my first time. So I'm like, I don't fault myself for it. But yeah, for sure, your openness, 1,000%. Like you could work with anybody. I can definitely say, like for sure, you could work with. And no, seriously, you could work with anybody and make them feel like $1,000 walking shit, $1,000,000 walking out the room for real. Like,
I mean, I only work with people who are $1,000,000. So that's just really what it is. Like, if you don't have that value, if you don't think you're worth $1,000,000, me and you are never going to work together. Like, that's just how everyone who I've ever worked with, and I put the stamp on it, is going to be by Enoch, Mountaintop Studios, Be Real Entertainment, anything. I feel like you're worth $1,000,000. It's hell, $1,000,000,000. You know,
thanks.
Yeah, every single time. I kind of told you before, that if I don't like working with you, you won't see me on. You won't be on this podcast.
That is true.
At the end of the day, then I got to deal with you again. And I'm gonna be nice about it. We can be just in that.
Yes, you're very nice.
I'm a very kind person.
Absolutely.
Our spirits just don't align, and that's fine.
At least you know. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. Our spirits can align, but you can still be kind. That's that's a trait that I don't really have either. I mean, a little bit, but you're a gym, man. The things you say, shoots that you do, how you make people feel, just regardless outside of the film stuff, though. True gym.
I try to live by that. You can change the temperature in the room, and by that I mean that like you never know what someone's going through. Mm-hmm. You never know what they're battling in their life.
Facts.
A smile, a joke, a laugh, a sympathetic ear could change the trajectory of someone's life. It's really the butterfly effect, the flapping the butterfly's wings, but like you just saying a kind word could literally change. It could be life or death. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but it can
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes so you can always walk into a room and each of us are powerful enough to change the temperature in the room. So if it's cold, you can bring up the heat. If it's too hot, you can be the air conditioner. And so I live by any room that I walk in, I can change the temperature in the room.
Snaps for that. Snaps for that. That's what I'm taking from this podcast. I'm changing the temperature in rooms.
Change the temperature in the room.
Because even then, I stay the same. Like, if I see, I'm like, y'all this ain't a vibe. I'm going to stand over here for and then we going to go. But
that's you changing? You came in, left, and suddenly, we got a lot colder in this room after Morgan left.
So, y'all, it's a little dry in here.
It's a little stuffy.
Yeah, a little stuffy. Gotta air it out. But I would definitely do that, though. I don't have to take up the room. Just warming it up.
Yeah, you don't have to take a room. And people who change the thermostat, most people can look at a room, they don't know where the thermostat is, but it's changing the temperature in the room.
Exactly.
It's not about being loud. It's not about being seen. It's about being felt. Okay. That's my final gem for today. That's my final gem. That's it. Anything else, you got to pay the subscription fee.
I'm telling you, $10.99.
Well, I definitely 100% appreciate you being on this episode, Morgan.
Thank you.
Your energy was amazing. We're gonna be working together.
Absolutely.
Soon to come, this shoot that she spoke about, we're gonna make it happen because she asked for it. So we're gonna make it happen. And to everyone out there, you gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta comment, you gotta share. What other projects do you want to see that I'm working on? Who do you want to see sitting on this side? I have some amazing guests on the way. amazing, just like Morgan is. So follow her at which one?
Yes, my Instagram is Ashley.Morgan is ASHLEYY.MORGANNE.
I'll make sure I put the spelling.
Yes,
Put that
my
down
name
there.
is not the same. It's not the Morgan that y'all know. It's the Morgan that you know now. MORGANNE. She out.
And she ended with the bar. So, as I always like to say on this podcast, that's a wrap.